Welcome to what is, at least in my opinion, a very exciting Advanced Wars by Web Global League match. I am rated low at 900, and my opponent was rated either low 900 or high 800. Both of us are playing as Sammy, so as you can see, my opponent is a man of culture as well. I am playing the blue side, and we got this nice little map here. This is a mixed base map, as you can see. We don't have like clearly defined sides. I've got this area, and this area. My opponent has this area, and this area. And I like mixed base maps. I'm finding out because for some reason I'm really good at identifying my opponent's weak points in their army and attacking them. And in mixed base maps, there's a lot more opportunity to do that. Just because there's a lot of fighting. There's gonna be fighting here. There's gonna be fighting here, fighting here, fighting here, like everywhere. So without further ado, let's just get right into the game. So to mitigate the first turn advantage, he has to go capture his factories up there, and I only have to capture this one factory. Um, but that's the guys upstairs, the map committee. They know all and they know how to balance first turn advantage. I have no clue how to do that, um, especially on mixed base maps. Okay, so nothing too exciting right here. He does build a transport copter, and I was like, what does he want to do with this transport copter? So I didn't know, but I built a transport copter of my own. Because I'm like, okay, like I'm sure my opponent knows what they're doing more than I do. Because I've only played on this map once before, and my opponent forfeited after turn 2. So that's certainly not a game worth its own video, but all the same, I did not get good practice for playing this map when my opponent forfeited after turn 2. I don't know why you would forfeit after turn 2. Maybe something happened, he couldn't play anymore, or, there could be lots of reasons. But anyway, I don't really know what I'm doing. And it turns out, like, there's, like, I don't know, Advanced Wars opening theory when it comes to some of these maps. Because I looked at some of the map reviews, and they're like, this map doesn't have a lot of theory. And I'm like, what? Like, I already studied chess opening theory. Now I got to study Advanced Wars opening theory. This is the Sammy transport copter gambit. Uh, and but in all seriousness, I think like when you play on these maps enough, you start learning like which strategies work best and how to navigate the beginning of the game. And that's something I really struggle with. I have put myself in a big hole in the beginning of the game. Pretty much every game I've ever played on the Global League, except my opponent forfeits on turn 2. So that's something I really need to work on. And this one YouTuber did recommend watching pro gameplay um, for that, but I have like not been able to find any on this map, so I also didn't look that hard. So I figured out why he used the transport copter. He's using it to take this comm tower from me, which I thought was pretty genius. I'm like, oh no, did I already put myself in a big hole? But I can go over here and take the comm tower from him. So we're gonna be trading comm towers basically in each other's zones. And also, if you look at the right side of the map, basically this huge giant river cuts the map in half. So the right side of the map's my strong side because I've got factory, airport, factory, and he only has one factory and one airport. And this is his strong side because it's reversed. So basically, like, we're both going to be attacking each other's weak areas in the middle. And yeah, how exciting. So he moves his copter here to block me from gridding that city. That's okay, I'll just get this city. And he gets more cities. So right now, we're at the same number of cities, 12 and 12. Or, I mean, I don't know how many cities, but, because it doesn't have the little pop-up that shows you. But 12, like, 12,000 income, 12 income generating properties. So that includes the factories and the airports. So he weakens my copter. It's fine. I'm gonna get that comm tower guaranteed. So that's more important than the copter. Getting this comm tower and 2 comm towers is actually a big deal. Like you can like break through walls a lot easier with 2 comm towers because you basically do like 50% to like any unit if they're on like a city if it's the same unit. So like infantry on infantry with 2 comm towers is like guaranteed 50% even if they're on like a city. But I'm not sure about that. I think that's the case. But especially like with Sami infantry, like it is we're just destroying each other's infantry. So he's gonna get this city because like he's Sami and can only knock him down to a 5. But I will be able to kill that guy. So he's trading that city for an infantry, and I'm not really sure how good of a trade that is. But I will try to get this city next turn. So I mean he stalled me from getting it for a couple turns. He built a tank and I built a copter to respond, and he built an anti-air to respond. So we got this nice little. You activated my trap card build order going on here as we're building responses to each other's responses. And he's going to go after this airport now, so I got to make sure that doesn't happen. All right, and now we're actually starting to see some action. We're going to capture the comm towers. So now we've got a lot of firepower, and now we can one-shot that guy in his own city and start taking it back. So he basically sacrificed an infantry for 2 turns of having that city. I don't know how good that is because I'm not good enough at the game to know if that's a good trade or not. So please enlighten me in the comments if you know, because I don't. I do get a couple free shots on these infantries. Now, this guy is still going to get this city because he's Sami, and his passive is really good. But it's a free shot, so then I can maybe kill this guy next turn. And this guy knocked him down to a 3. Another basically free shot there. Kill that guy. And I start moving back over here. I don't really have anything to counter his recon yet. I do finish this guy off actually with this guy, so I am stopping him from getting that city. That is kind of clutch. Right now I've got 1 more city than him. But he's going to get 3 next turn. So he's about to have 2 more cities than me. Okay, so I built a tank to counter these recons coming in. And it's his turn, day 7. He kills a bunch of infantry with his recons. They're doing 70%. That's how good having 2 comm towers are. Just doing 70% to infantry. That's 2 kills he's got. Now he builds a copter down here. More infantry. And he's preparing a push over here. So he's going to flip this city. There's not really much I can do about it. He's unless I just want to go in and get revenge killed by his tank. And he's going to flip. He's going to get this city. So I'm losing a lot of ground up here. Meanwhile, other than this that I'm taking, I'm not really gaining ground on him. So he's slowly constricting me. This is like the Battle of the Bulge, where this is Berlin, and he's slowly converging on it, surrounding it. He builds another recon and moves his copter out of the way. And now it is my turn. Let's see what we can do. I'm going to get those 2 cities at least and take care of that infantry with this copter. That maybe he should have built an anti-air over here. So this copter just doesn't have like free reign. I mean, this is like Freebird right here, just flying around, just picking off infantry. Kill the recon. Kill that guy. Start taking this city. He is not stopping it. So he did kind of like with me. The good thing about me picking off those units is that he is not able to have a presence here. So I am going to be able to get this city. And I don't think I'll be able to get this city or the lab. The lab's right here. I won't be able to get any of these, but this is pretty free. And I've got 3 more units than him. So take a free shot at this guy. There's no tank coverage. And kill the 3. Start trying to take this city. I don't know how holdable this is, but I don't think he can actually stop it. Because I don't think his guys can get around the tank. So that's a positive. But now I have to, and I start moving here in case I want to get this. But now I have to defend over here. So I do kill this guy. It is going to cost me a couple infantry. But I put my tank on the city actually. So him attacking into this isn't going to be good. I basically just concede this city. Build another tank. I move my infantry on this airport because I don't plan on building anything. And I don't want him like going on and capturing it. All right. Day 8. Excuse me. Well, we can watch the movements while I get a sip of water. he just retreats. He does shoot that guy, but does a whole lot of retreating and just like he's preparing for a bigger attack once he amasses enough forces. Right now, he just can't break through without suffering heavy losses. So he does knock this guy down to a 2. Not enough. Copter comes in. Anti-air gets built. Moves his copter back on the airport to hold it down so I can't take it and also maybe get repaired. I do get these cities, and now after that series of captures, we have the same number of cities. He is getting this one in a turn, but I'm also... Oh, wait, I'm getting this one. So actually, after I get this one, and he gets this one, then we'll have the same number of cities. I start this one. I don't think he's stopping it. And kill the one. And I think that I can only survive this by join capping, and I can't remember if I do that or not. And I start taking his lab. So I have to get both of his labs to win, but this is a huge step because this lab, it's decently exposed, and with these forests, it's hard to go from the base right to the lab for vehicles. And the mountains. So that lab can come under some fire, and then with my superpower, if I get an infantry unit close enough to the lab, like this guy, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I mean, if I get my superpower and this guy can move, then that's a captured lab. Obviously, I'm nowhere close to the superpower, but that's the positive of me taking his lab. I have to build an anti-air down here and start grabbing this city, but I don't know if I'll be able to actually hold it. I start trying to pincer strike down here now. Starting to really, his defense here, he got a little aggressive with these cities and lost a lot of his units over here. And the battlecopter being able to pick off a couple units didn't hurt either. But he is preparing this big push on the top of the map. So basically we flipped the strong side from left and right to top and bottom. Alright. After we build some exciting new units, he starts going in, kills that guy. His labs over there is not under any danger now. And now he starts going in, takes a shot at the tank, moves his anti-air in, kills that infantry. And he's moving up, moves his tank up, puts infantry on cities, builds an artillery to go behind his wall of infantry. I like artillery builds. One-shots that guy. T-copter moves up, recon. All right, so now I had a decision to make, right? And this is the thing about mixed base is you have to be like water, right? You got to be flexible and go with the tides of battle. You got to be like Bruce Lee and be like water. So do I focus now? I'm guaranteed getting this lab this turn. Do I focus now, go down here and try to take this lab from him and basically just concede up here and bring these infantry on here and try to take the lab? Or do I focus over here and try to take the factory and the airport in these cities and basically like just end his presence over here and hold this as best I can so I come out at the end of the day with an advantage? Well, I decide after capturing all the cities I can to fully commit over here. So hitting the anti-air, hitting the recon. I knocked that recon down to 1. Unfortunately, couldn't kill it. But I bring my stuff closer to his buildings. I put this guy on the comm tower to protect it because he's going to get his superpower pretty soon. And it'll make him have to chew through an infantry in order to get the comm tower. One-shot the T-copter. Get the mech down to 5. Not ideal, but him being damaged is good. Start weakening units over here that I can. This copter is nicely out of anti-air range, and it's just going to kind of reinforce up here. And I have this wall of infantry and build another tank, so I'm like, okay, what I'm banking on is that my attack here is better than his attack here and here. So, what will happen? We'll find out. After he takes a couple shots, he builds a copter and a tank. I think this copter build is a little silly because I have an anti-air right here. But either way, he's not really in a good position right here. This anti-air can get both copters. So I have to pick which one. Obviously, I'm going to go after this one and take his airport. But And he's doing a good job of moving this copter away from this anti-air. All right. He starts going in, puts his tank on my airport, basically locking it down. He starts taking this city, moves his tank in, and as you can see, I'm doing well on the area I'm strong on, and I'm not doing well up here at all. Got just this skeleton ragtag crew. This is like 300, but minus 295, and I'm going up against the entire Persian army. So, not looking too great up there. He retreats his one recon, moves his anti-air to cover it, builds a mech. And the good thing about the mech is it does cover all of these units. So I can't really go in there. Alright, and he leaves his factory empty there. So that was, he just didn't have the funds for it. But he did leave a factory empty. You don't really want to do that a lot. Okay, so now it's time for me to go in. One-shot the copter, take the airport. Move this anti-air over here to keep chasing this copter around. I get on this city so he can't act. He's getting superpower next turn guaranteed. So I just do this so he can't get this particular city, but he will get this one. I didn't protect my area well enough, my territory, so that's unfortunate. Kill the mech. I sacrificed my one tank for like 7% damage, but that ends up being the difference because now I can guaranteed two-shot him. Actually, no, I can't. But I can guarantee three-shot him with those units and get on the factory, get on this city. And the factory is well surrounded, so he can't actually stop this with anything. And I put a guy on the lab in case he uses his superpower. He won't be able to get on this lab. I really should have put something on this lab so he couldn't get it and then just play the lab game. But I decided protecting my factory was too important. I weakened the tank down to 2. Oh, I do put a copter on the lab. Okay. His anti-air can't get there. So, well, it says it can, but I don't think it actually can. That's weird. I don't think it could. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that's weird. His anti-air can't actually get there. But, yeah, strange. 1, 2, yeah, I mean, there's no way he could get there. He could go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and get there. He'd have to chew through this tank and the factory unit that I'm gonna build in order to get the copter. So that's a pretty safe square for the copter, and I'm holding the lab, because he's getting his superpower. The victory march is coming. I surround the tank as best I can, build a copter, build some mechs, and brace myself for the inevitable. Victory march. This is absolutely devastating. Gets that city. Shoots that guy, gets that city. Gets that city. Shoots that, gets the airport. He put his anti-air on that city so I can't get it back. Moves his mech all the way up to this city. Gets that city. Shoots this guy on the comm tower. Gets the comm tower. Gets the city. Gets that city. Takes a couple shots, gets that city. Retreats some guys. Puts his one recon there just to block me from going through. And this 9 infantry shoots this guy because my anti-air can't actually reach it. And my turn. All right. After the superpower, the damage has been done. I have one more unit and 10k more unit value than him, but he has 10k more income. Now I am getting my superpower this turn, but there's really not a whole lot I can do with it. Excuse me. I don't need my superpower to capture any of these that I'm already on. And I like calculated distance. Even with superpower extra movement, I can't get the comm tower. I can't get any of the cities because he's parking all his units on it. So I just have to just play normal this turn. No superpower for me. I bring my guy in range of the comm tower, but he is gonna just put his freaking copter back on there because I made a huge blunder and didn't even think about that. His anti-air here is weak, so I'm okay with going in on the copters here. But I gotta weaken this force and try to start taking something back. I go for the kill, which allows him to park his copter right on there. I don't know if there's any way I could have actually blocked the comm tower, but he's gonna be able to just put his copter there, so I can't get the comm tower back. All right, I kill the 2, move a bunch of guys up, kill that guy, but I can't put anything on the airport. So I build an anti-air, so whatever gets on the airport I can kill. But yeah, I strike back reasonably. I've got 10 more units than him and 30k more unit value, but he still has a 4k income lead. But the good news is I did capture his factory and airport down here. So his area down here, his presence on the right side of the map, except for this a little attack, is completely gone. So uh, that's the good news. And now it is his turn. He puts his medium tank on the comm tower, so I can't get that. And he starts mercilessly slaughtering my foot soldiers. He puts his anti-air in the cities, so I can't get that. And there's no threat of me getting his lab this turn. And he builds a stealth fighter. He builds a stealth fighter. I've never seen anyone build a stealth fighter before. This is crazy. The thing about stealth fighters is when they go into stealth mode, the only things that can attack them are other stealth fighters and regular fighters. So next turn, he can just go into stealth mode and then basically lock me from capturing that airport because I don't have a fighter. I'd have to build a fighter here or here and move it all the way over. But that was kind of an interesting build because after he built the stealth fighter, he only had 2,600 left, which means he can only build infantry here and here maybe. So stealth fighters are very expensive. I just don't think it's worth it. I don't know what he could have built there. Maybe a bomber because it's cheaper. And the bomber doesn't get one shot by the anti-air. I think it goes down to 3, and then nothing else can hit the bomber, and you save 2,000. Okay, so he decides to go here instead of starting to capture the lab, which I thought was a little silly. Like, I mean, I guess he's giving up on winning by lab victory. Nah, I thought that was a little strange. Like, the lab is right there. You could just start taking it. Okay, and he brings his anti-air back to get healed, and as I said, he covers the comm tower with his copter, so I'm not getting the comm tower. It's my turn, and I calculate that I have to do it. I have to click Victory March here. After I capture those 2 easy cities, I have to click Victory March because he made a huge mistake leaving this comm tower open. So I'm able to run back and get it, and suddenly we equalize the comm tower game. Things are looking good. One shot this guy. Take this city back. Take that city back. Get this copter down to a 1. Move this guy here, so he's going to slowly but surely make his way over and get the comm tower. Take a bunch of shots. Grab 2 more cities. Grab 2 more cities after that. I shoot the stealth fighter, but it survives at 1. So now he can go into stealth mode and be invincible after he spends like 8k on repairs. Move this anti-air. Now it's covering the airport. Kill that tank. Kill this anti-air. Unfortunately, this mech is going to get a good shot on it. But luckily, this medium tank doesn't really have any good targets. It can kill an infantry, sure, but that's not what your medium tank isn't designed to kill infantry. It's designed to kill tanks. Shoot the artillery. Just thin out some of his numbers over here. I bring this tank down on the mech because I was worried about the mech coming and blasting this tank. And again, his medium tank is not covering this square. So that's a pretty safe shot, actually. Put this guy in this lab just as a precaution. And that was a pretty good victory march. As you can see, the tide now has turned again. I now have 29k income to his 17k income. And he had to spend a lot of money on fixing his stealth fighter. And I have 130,000 worth of units to his 50,000 worth of units. And all of that makes him resign. So I thought this game was pretty exciting. This is a bit of a long video. But I thought this game was pretty exciting because we had a lot of like properties changing hands, and we had attacks going on both sides of the map. And yeah, just a lot of interesting things happened during that game. If we look over here at the KD, I had 26 kills to 18 deaths. Pretty much doubled his unit value damage. Almost tripled, actually. Almost. I needed a couple more, or like 20 more thousand. If I got another chance at Stealth Fighter, maybe. But yeah, I thought this was a good game, so I hope you enjoyed the video. Like and comment if you liked it, and I'll see you in the next one.